Hi, my name is Sarah and today I bring you something different. Not a redesign video, not a commentary video, but a challenge. The Drawing in 10 Different Styles challenge. Yes, it's 2016 again. Today I'll be drawing Alastor from Hazbin Hotel in 10 different styles of my choosing, but with a twist. Because I don't want my hands to fall off, I've decided to pick 10 styles according to difficulty, 1 being the easiest and 10 being the hardest. And oh boy was it hard! The last one took like 10 hours, so buckle up, grab a snack and enjoy! Okay, we're gonna speedrun through most of these because the easiest usually take me like 20 minutes or something. But yeah, the first one is Peppa Pig because it was easy, quick, and it's already done. So you'll probably notice that most of these drawings actually interpret the character, and it's not really a straight redraw of the character. Like, if, for example, in this drawing I tried to give Alastor a dress because most characters wear dresses in the Bratz style. I could have just picked a male character, but I don't know if they exist, and that's not really that fun anyway. So yeah, I took Alastor's suit and transformed it into a dress. And here's the final result. Just like the last one, I'll be adapting Alastor's design, or rather the colors, to match the style from The Simpsons. The reason for this is because I want the character to look like he could be part of the show, not just a straight up redraw of the character in a random style. So yeah, here's the final result. Of course, if we're gonna redraw Alastor in a different style, it has to be in the style of Bambi because, of course, deer and stuff. So obviously I tried to redraw Alastor like Bambi's father because I think that's how the community sees him anyway. So yeah, here's the final result. Okay, this one is one of my favorites because it looks so goofy. Like, Winx Club is a very inspired girl boss children's show and Alastor is nothing like that, so I thought it would be really funny to try and make him like he could be part of the main cast. But looking back at it, I think that Alastor would be more like a witch in this Winx Club universe. No, I wouldn't try to make him a specialist because that's boring. Yeah, here's the final result. I don't really know what to say about this one. It's not my favorite one. You'll probably notice that in most of these drawings I try to paint the white part of the eye as such, even though Alastor's eyes are usually red. And that's because in these childish styles, if I just paint them red, it looks like he's stoned or something, so I decided against it. And here's the final result. Okay, if I'm correct, Alastor is meant to be like a Wendigo inspired character, so it would be awesome if he, in the Monster High universe, could be literally that, like the Wendigo kind of character, pirate legend and such. But I didn't do that because I don't know much about the Wendigo legend and I just wanted to draw Alastor in a skirt. And here's the final result. Okay, this one is one of my favorites because I was really hoping that I would get the opportunity to draw Alastor in a more scary style to see if his design has the potential to become like a monster that is actually demon-esque like or something like that. And I think it does. It really has the potential to be really, really scary if you put him in the right style. If you've noticed, I'm not following the style of the movie Coraline. I'm following the style of the illustrations depicted in the book, because I think that style is really, really cool and scary. And also, it's really hard because this drawing took me like 3 hours, which made my hands really hurt. But I pushed through it, and I think I'm really proud with the result. I really like this one, and I wish I could do more of the Hazbin Hotel cast in this style. So if you want to see that, drop it in the comments down below, because I definitely want to do more of this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say about this one. Here's the final result. Okay, I gotta admit something. I was originally planning to do something more to try to mimic the style of the 3D movie, but I had a better idea for the last drawing, so I just tried to mimic a picture I found of Flynn Rider circling around the internet, because it would be easier and quicker. But trust me, this was the right decision, because the last drawing is one of my favorites. But yeah, I really don't have much to say about this. Literally all of these drawings I just started traditionally and then traced over it digitally, because it's easier and quicker. Except for this drawing. This drawing needed a lot of tweaking because my anatomy was off, but I eventually got to it. And here's the final result. Oh my god. This drawing took 10 hours and a half, and it literally takes most of this video's length, because I could not speed up the process more. Like, the entire footage of this drawing is at max speed, and I literally cannot make it go faster, and it's still so goddamn long because of how long it took to make. If you don't know, Infinity Nikki is basically a dress-up game that it got like really popular. I first met this game by the title Shining Nikki or something like that, which is basically the 2D version for mobile. But years later, the same company made the game Infinity Nikki, which is basically a 3D open world dress-up game, very complicated dress-up game, where they have these beautiful, stunning dresses and animations, and just the style is really pretty in general. So I wanted my version of Alastor to be basically that. I'm trying to adapt Alastor's design to this world. Like, most of these designs or drawings are basically put into the perspective of, okay, I'm at this company, I'm an employee of this company, and I'm basically given the task of designing this character in this specific style. Like, so I'm thinking, okay, how would this character look if it was designed for this world specifically? So that basically means if this world specifically is filled with feminine characters, brats like Winx, like Infinity Nikki, then my character will be female. And if all these characters are wearing dresses, then how would Alastor's suit look as a dress? And in this style specifically, that was like kind of like a big part of it, because it's a dress-up game. There's a bunch of different outfits and a bunch of different dresses, and they're all stunning and they're all very, very beautiful. So basically I need my version of Alastor, my version of his dress, to be just as beautiful and just as pretty. So yeah, that's basically what I tried to do. I tried to adapt him to this very specific dress, and I thought, because Alastor's suit has this like breakage, I don't know if that's the right term, but like it's literally breaking. So I tried to add that to his design for this dress, like it's slowly breaking, right? and obviously because most of these styles don't really have yellow teeth, for the most part, I just didn't paint his teeth yellow because it didn't fit with the style. For this particular drawing, I tried to give him golden accents and basically bring back the yellow of his teeth in the rest of the design. And I think it worked pretty well. I also thought of bringing the green from Alastor's powers into the design, but I thought yellow looked better. I mean, golden accents and red usually look pretty good, so... And yeah, I really don't have much to say about this drawing. It took such a long time and I was getting really tired of it, and so many things went wrong while making it. Like, I just kept making mistakes, making dumb mistakes that I don't usually make because I was so tired. I was so tired throughout this whole process. Like, I started like, yeah, happy, and then I genuinely could not keep going because of my hands hurt, because I was mentally exhausted of just drawing the exact same character over and over again. I was struggling, to say the least. So yeah, and this drawing, being the most difficult of all, wasn't doing any favors. So yeah, I was just hoping it was gonna be over sometime eventually. This was really hard, and I don't even know if I got the style right. I'm not sure if it's even up to the standards of Infinity Nikki, but I just wanted to get it over with. Like, I'm really happy with the result nonetheless, but I just wish it was over. I gave him translucent feet, like crystally like for absolutely no reason. I just thought it would be cool. I don't know. I just wanted it to be over, but I kept giving myself tasks that I could not fulfill in a timely manner. So hopefully this video does well so that I don't have, or not. Maybe this video just flops, and maybe that would be a good thing, because then that would mean that I don't have to do this again ever. So I don't even know. This is the final result. Hope you like it. Yeah. Okay, that was one hell of a ride, pun intended. This video took way longer than my usual, just for the last drawing alone. I mean, 10 hours? My hands hurt. Anyway, here are all the results side by side. Also, let me know if you think that my approach at this challenge actually makes sense for you, because I can see many people just not liking the way I approached it, because I've seen other people do this challenge and they don't actually like reinterpret the character, which is something that I did. But I don't know, I just think that reinterpreting the character makes the whole thing far more interesting to watch and to do, because literally redrawing, copy-pasting the same exact design in different styles can be boring, but having to reinterpret the character as if it were part of the world actually makes it quite fun and quite refreshing. So hopefully you got the same idea as me and don't get too mad at me for having this different approach. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful day. As for me, my name is Sarah and I'll see you next time.